Is your once rather quiet and relaxed feline now quite vocal? Has your cat started to chat a bit more now that they're in those golden years? Your senior cat, do they meow a whole lot more? Do they talk directly to you a whole lot more? Do their meows carry more intent? Is your senior cat a lot more demanding than ever before? In this material, we'll talk about several notable reasons for this vocal change, what it means with respect to your senior feline, and what you can do in an effort to not only meet your cat's needs, but make sure that your pet's increased vocals are not a sign of a serious problem. Interesting topic and hopefully a helpful one to our senior cat wellness owners. I've got you covered. Stay tuned. If your adult feline now in those golden years has suddenly become more vocal or a lot more vocal, more meowing, this could be a cause for major concern. If you've had your pet for years and suddenly they seem a bit out of sorts and far more expressive than before, getting to the root cause of the situation becomes paramount. The potential reason for the increased vocals could involve some degree of cognitive decline. Similar in this regard to people, cognitive issues can promote confusion and anxiety. Your cat could become disoriented, perhaps wake up from a nap and simply not know where they are in that moment. Your pet's vocalization could be due to fear, the fear created by being confused and unsure of the surroundings. If your senior cat now rather unexpectedly is more vocal, it could be due to some level of mental decline. And along those same lines with respect to health issues, your cat could be meowing more and being more vocal because they are in pain. Arthritis, just one example, can cause a lot of discomfort, and your pet could be expressing that discomfort to you as basic tasks such as grooming, going to the litter box, or even walking across your home are not as simple as they used to be. Hyperthyroidism, kidney issues, dental problems. Senior cats, just given their age alone, are in line for the possibility of a host of health concerns. Never dismiss your cat's increased vocals, as your pet could be attempting to tell you something about how they are feeling. Listen up and be proactive. Taking your cat in for professional care at the prompt of your very own cat's voice could potentially save your cat's life in some instances. The sooner the diagnosis, the sooner the treatment. This is why, going back to the very heart of this topic, if your once relaxed cat is suddenly being vocal, especially for no obvious reason to you, pay attention to those meows. Your pet is likely attempting to send you a very important message. Another cause for more vocalization is a decline in hearing. Senior cats once again ushering in those health concerns. Hearing loss to some degree, well, it's not uncommon. In terms of increased vocals, your cat could be upset that they are unable to hear the outside world in the way they once did. Additionally, your cat could be frustrated at the fact that they're unable to hear themselves the way they once did. Those meows that could be elevated in volume simply because your cat is unable to perceive them the same way they once did. Another measure to consider when it comes to hearing loss is safety. Here on the channel we've talked at great length about the hearing of a feline, how strong it is, how great it is, how the ability to hear with such amazing range is one of the hallmarks of a feline. And with that said, what if it's all just sort of taken away? If your cat has become more vocal and hearing loss is at the core reason for such a response, your cat could be meowing more so in an effort to get your reassurance, asking you to make sure that the environment is still very much safe and okay. And another reason for those senior cat meows and increased vocals, and this one plays to that theme of safety, and that is meowing for attention. Cats, as they get older, it's certainly not uncommon for them to cling to what they know even more than ever before. If you've owned your cat for many years, if you've owned your pet since day one, well, you're essentially all they've ever known. And as your pet enters those golden years, and in that final chapter of life, they'll want you more, and they'll need you more. And it's under this umbrella that your cat could become more vocally expressive, letting those meows go, meows they possibly would have kept silent in the past. Another reason for increased vocals, boredom, or a general lack of stimulation, because while some senior cats they do welcome that quiet time, and they want to stay out of the action, and they love to trade in that playtime for more nap time, other senior cats, they still want that attention. They want those games and those pets at petting sessions. In this example, your cat could be vocalizing to you that age is just really nothing but a number, and to keep going with that mental and physical enrichment. Now let's turn our attention to those nighttime hours, more specifically the overnight hours. And this one plays on that common theme of safety and security once again. If your senior cat is quite vocal, especially at night, this could be due to the fact that you're not around and they're all alone. What used to be the routine is now a bit shaky and your cat is very much unsure. It's not uncommon for older felines to have stark changes in their sleep patterns. So where the nighttime used to be the quiet time, it can now be the vocal time for your pet. And going back to the concern of those cognitive issues just for a moment, your cat could be confused, waking up in a dark room with you not around. And I'll mention this just as somewhat of a side note with respect to this topic as a whole. Whether your cat is of senior status or not, make sure they have what they need during those overnight hours, access to fresh water, perhaps food, if they didn't have a meal prior to your personal sleep time. Just make sure that all of those essentials are met and those late night meows are not cries for those essentials. And before I speak on the ways that you can help in all of this, the role that you can play when it comes to being proactive with respect to your senior cat's vocals, I'll close with the issues of stress and anxiety. Now, on some level, this concern is the thread that runs through everything here, but your cat could simply be anxious just in general. Don't think your cat doesn't know that they're getting older. Don't think they're not aware that things have changed. If your cat is now struggling to jump on that sofa, don't think they don't know about it. It's not uncommon for cats to become less secure in themselves as they age once they realize that life is just not as easy as it used to be. With respect to what you can do in all of these matters and the role that you play, I mentioned professional care a bit earlier, vet care. You know your cat. If something doesn't seem right, trust your gut and take your cat to a professional. Do it even for your very own peace of mind. As for other things you can do, just keep the status quo. Do as much as possible not to rock the boat. Keep a routine, that routine that your cat has come to understand and come to expect, and everything that routine has always included. Continue to provide your cat with positive and mental enrichment. Help them to thrive, be at their best. Set everything at your cat's pace. Allow them to do what they can do, given their senior status. And let's end it with cuddles and affection, that physical care. Make sure your cat has everything they need for their mind and their body. Keep that mind free of stress as much as you can, and that aging body as comfortable as possible. Continued peace in the home. Your cat will need that more than ever. Easing your cat's mind and body, that's what it's really all about. And to the wonderful audience of Senior Cat Wellness, I'll now turn things over to you. Is your senior cat suddenly more vocal than before? What positive steps are you taking? Have you been able to nail down the primary cause? Your thoughts and personal stories and positive tips that can perhaps help others in the viewing audience. That comment section, as always, it's all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.